Hey, what's up everyone? I didn't know whether I would be sharing this video or not, or whether I would ever make a dedicated video to it, but I decided to go ahead and do that for this video. So this is an experience that, because I was recently watching a show on, it was on one of those networks. It was either History or Destination America or A&E or I can't remember which one. It was one of those networks, and where they air all of these types of shows. I know it was not FYI. Sometimes they'll air one on there, but it was on Sling TV. That was what it was on. And I was watching this, the very end of it, with my mama, and it was very interesting. And that brought up this subject of an experience that she had of a UFO encounter. And I'll find the episode in a moment. It was this UFO Encounters episode on Sling TV. And we watched it together, the very end of it, about these alien implants and things like that. And as far as what these beings are, they could be the fallen angels. Yes, they could be definitely interdimensional. That's what I'm pretty sure of. They're definitely capable of interstellar travel, anything beyond what we are capable of. But the thing is, that's not what the topic of this video is. How they exist and what they are is not the topic of the video. The topic is the encounter that my mama experienced. And she had an encounter as to what she can't say what it was. None of us can say what it was. But it was something very mysterious. Okay, it was from Destination America. And it was the episode titled Alien Abduction. As long as there have been UFO sightings, there have been claims of alien abduction. This phenomenon and the alleged alien implants, sometimes left behind, are examined in the light as never before seen in the history of documented evidence. So I found that to be kind of interesting. Some of these I don't remember favoriting. That's weird. I was trying to see if it might have been on right now, but it's not. They might have had one of those alien shows on right now, but it doesn't matter. I can't show them anyway, because if I show it, that would be copyright issues. You know how YouTube is with copyright. Sorry, my tablet was not wanting to get back to normal, but because of that reason, I might make a separate video about it. But I've introduced the episode we were watching, which brought on this topic. We weren't just talking about it at the moment. It was brought on by what I happened to be watching and shared with her on TV. So this experience happened before she was ever married to my daddy. Before she was ever married, before I was ever born. Long before I was ever born, many years before. And where we used to live in this hollow or holler, whichever you want to call it, down in this road, you had to go along a road like this, and you would just keep on going and going for a couple of miles, and then you would have to take a turn and go down this steep hill, and you just keep on going. And then you would, after you got to the bottom of that hill, then you just go on toward our house. And there was a few turns here and there with that, and a couple of small bridges to cross that got washed away commonly from flooding and storms and things. And when those bridges got washed away on both sides of your house, you were stuck there. You were just stuck there. An issue one time my mama had, she almost got stuck and Pa had to pull her out. There were no cell phones then. Now people tend to forget that there was no way of instant communication then, and you couldn't just call 911 from anywhere. You'd have to go to someone's house and say, "Can you help me?" Or if you're lucky that a pedestrian just happened to come along, or someone just a bystander, or someone just if you were fortunate enough that someone happened to be a nice enough, kind enough, good Samaritan to help you out. That's the way it was. There were no cell phones for communication, obviously. So my mama stated that she's seen this. By the way, one time she did get stuck in there, and the bridge washed away, and then my pa, her father, her daddy, had to help her Had to go tow her out, I believe. I think that's how that happened. But in this situation, she saw these 3 crafts. These 3, what I'll call UFOs. She said they were just sitting there, stationary. She said they appeared in the sky, and she said she looked up and just happened to see them while driving down that road before you take the turn to go down into the holler to get to our house, down in the road, down that steep hill. Before you take the left turn to go down that hill, she looked up in the sky and stopped and seen these 3 crafts. She said they were 3, what I'll describe as UFOs. She said they had red and blue lights circling them. She said they were just going around and around and around. These red and blue lights circling. And she said those 3 crafts, those 3 saucer-shaped crafts, made a triangle. They were just hovering there stationary in the shape of a triangle. A triangle. And she said she got the heck out of there. She hightailed it home. She drove home as quickly as she possibly could. And obviously never said anything to anyone else about it ever again. She didn't say it to her parents. She didn't say it to anyone else. She didn't say it. She told me when I was little or when I was younger after I talked about things like that. But she just recently shared in more detail just a few days ago. But that's what happened to her. She said they were in the shape of a triangle. And here's the real eerie part about it. She stated that it felt as though, and I said, you felt as though they were reading your mind, like they knew exactly what you were thinking. She said, yeah. Like it knew that I seen it or something. Mama said that it's like whatever that was already aware of what she was going to do. And like, well, we're here. And she said that's the feeling she got. And she said it gave her chills. It gave her goosebumps. The feeling that it knew that she was watching it and every move she was going to make. She said it felt like that it was observing her and observing it. And it knew that she seen it. She said it was like a situation like, well, we're here. Or we see you. And I said, yeah, that's it. And many people have described a situation where these things know you see them. And it's quite something. And that's the situation that my mama had years ago, many years ago, before I was born. And I'm 24, about to turn 25 on August 3rd. The weird thing is I keep saying August 23rd is my birthday, and it's not. It's August 3rd, so I don't know why I keep thinking that. Maybe it's one of those reality situations. I don't know. But, yeah, it's one of those things that makes you think. It really makes you think. Sorry, I had to take a drink for a moment. And it just makes you think about things, you know? And hold on. I've got several things to talk about. And I feel slightly better than I did earlier, so I had to share a little bit about everything in that previous video. So for this video, it's about my mama's personal UFO encounter. Sorry, the background wasn't drawn or written, I should say, as good as it could have been. But anyway, I say peace, love, and many blessings to everyone as always. I just can't stress that enough. Just peace and love, many blessings, and it's something. It's nice to be able to share with others in this journey. And with all of this information, something's going on right now. We have all of these released files of people who had very, very... I want you to look that up, by the way, that episode. It was this, the UFO Encounters. It was the first season, the new season they have of that show. And they're really sharing details of things that have happened to people. So, that's an experience from my mama. And peace and much love. I would like to thank you all for watching. Or listening, I should say, to this podcast. My link's below to my PayPal if you would like to show your support and love that way. Feel free to help out. It means the world. It means everything. And believe me, it does help out. And big shout outs to everyone, to all who show your love and kindness. My email is below as well if you'd like to contact that way and don't feel comfortable sharing in the comment section. I completely understand. Peace. I'll speak soon.